Alright, what's up y'all? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Maj. Back with another hair video today. But hey man, you read the title. Today we're going to be taking out these 2-strand twists. I left these in for about 2 months now. Really, today makes 2 months and a day. If you've seen the video I made when I first did these twists, you know that I usually just wear this protector style for about a month. But this time around I wanted to try something new. Change it up, switch it up, see how long I could go and maintain these twists. So yeah, it's 2 months and a day, and we're gonna take these out. I'm not really trying to get a real twist out style from this. I'm probably just gonna take them out and go wash my hair, but I am gonna show y'all how I take my twists out and how the results are gonna look after having them in for about 2 months. But first I want to show y'all a bit of a comparison real quick. Before I put on the camera, I went ahead and untwisted one of the twists already. This twist right here, if you notice towards the roots, you can still see it's like, you can see it's twisted, it's tight towards the roots. That's what you want when you first do your twist. But as you wear them for considerable periods of time, you start to get some new growth coming in, and then the roots don't look twisted anymore. They're just new grip hair that grew in. This is something I wanted to bring to y'all's attention, just because it's something to keep in mind when wearing protective styles for long periods of time. When you're wearing these styles and you're growing your hair, your new hair is growing, that hair tends to be the first hair that kind of tends to lock up on you or get tangled. And that's just because it's new hair is loose, it's not in formation with your twist. So when you're sleeping or wearing your hats or whatever, it's all like just touching each other and tangling up. So sometimes you might have to like pull your hair apart just to keep that division. It's just something to keep in mind when thinking about doing these protective styles for long periods of time. With that said, let's go ahead and get into the video. First things first, we're going to be using this coconut oil to coat our hands. So as you can see here, I just got about this much in, and I'm just gonna rub it in my hands, melt it down a bit. This is gonna be what we're gonna use to prevent as much frizz as possible, and also give our hair some shine along the way. Alright, so we got our hands coated. I'm gonna show y'all how I like to take my twist down on the first couple of ones, and I'm gonna speed up the process and then come back and show you the end result. Usually what I like to do is take one twist and then find like an area like right here where it's like easily pulling apart, and then I'll just go ahead and pull that apart to where it starts separating on its own. And then now you have your hair, your 2-strand twist is separated. So what you can do right here is just start untwisting the hair. So find out the direction you twisted it in and just do the opposite direction. And a lot of times you don't even have to do this slow process. As soon as you separate them, they're just gonna start unraveling on themselves. But I'm showing y'all just like a textbook definition of how to untwist your twist. See here, now you get to the roots and you get that division and it's untwisted. This is what it's looking like. Now when you wear your hair for long periods of time, you're gonna have like shed hair, and your hair kind of sheds on its own. So don't be surprised if when doing these you start to pull out some hair and you think your hair is falling out. That's just like old dead hair that's been twisted in your twist, coming out of your twist. But yeah, I'm gonna do a couple more and just show y'all, the process, how this kind of is gonna look. Once again, we're kind of, rubbing the 2-strand twist with the oil, getting it coated, and then we're gonna find an area where it feels like it's loose. We're gonna pull apart, like so, and then you're gonna unravel the twist as much as you can until it doesn't unravel anymore. And also when you get up to right here, when you get to that new growth spot, you can start to kind of feel it out and just start pulling it out that way, and then you'll get to the root. And see, here's where that's why I was talking about the new hair growth. See how it's kind of tangled up? You need to like separate that out. because that's the part that starts to get tangled and locking up. But again, you might get some hair that's shedding out, and you just pull that out. So there, that's 2 twists done. Now remember, these were mini twists, so that's why when I'm taking them out, they look kind of like this, kind of small. I'm gonna go ahead, do a couple more, and show y'all the end results once I'm done. And then we'll get into how to kind of fluff them up and make them look presentable if you wanna rock this as like a 2-strand twist style. Alright, so I just wanted to show y'all real quick. This is a prime example of what I was talking about when you gotta watch out for, you know, the roots, the new growth. So the twist, as you can see, unraveled, and this is the old spot where when I first did the twist, this was the old root, like right next to the scalp. And now with all the new growth, this area, it grows back in, and then the old root becomes the spot that gets the most tangled and kind of knotted up. And you have to be careful here because the twist is separated, but because of the new growth tangled, it just kind of looks like it's at a standstill, right? You have to be gentle, but just lightly tug at it to where you pull the hair apart. And then now you have that division line again of the original 2 strands you separated it into. This is where I first did the twist, and then this is all the new hair that grew in. And as I was saying, through wearing it for longer periods of time, this area starts to tangle the most, while the older, you know, hair that you twisted is just you unravel and then that's it. But you have to be mindful to watch out for this area so it doesn't get locked up and tangled, so you don't have to, you know, cut your hair out. But just be gentle with it, you know, try tugging at it to where it separates at its own. You may have to use a little bit of force to pull the hair apart, but you shouldn't have to use too much. So if you're finding that you're struggling trying to pull it off, it might be you know, too far gone for you. But that's just a little tip I wanted to show y'all. Alright, so I just finished untwisting all the twists. You know, I haven't done anything to them. I just had them pulled up in this little bun or ponytail, and I'm finna show y'all the results of how they look now. Alright, this is what it's looking like now after just taking them out the twist. Like I said, the biggest problem you're gonna run into when wearing a protective style like this for that long is the roots starting to tangle up on you, so you're having to, you know, pull them apart. Other than that, through, you know, proper maintenance, keeping the hair moisturized and healthy, your hair should be fine after wearing them for 2 months and a day. They still have decent curl definition. These were mini twists, so, you know, that's why they came out kind of thin like this and small and skinny. Now, obviously, if you did, you know, bigger twists, then your twist out would probably look a lot thicker and more room for separation. Alright, but I am going to show you guys a tip or a technique that you could do when trying to wear this as a twist out style. You know, you might want to give your hair some more volume. So you could grab a comb, a big wide tooth comb, or a pick, and go ahead and just start, you know, grabbing your hair. And what you want to do is kind of just lift up the roots, kind of gently hold your hair up and puff it out. And what this does is it just adds more volume to your hair and give it more like fluff and overall like a bigger size look. Now what you're not trying to do is comb through your hair. You're just really just getting in and then adding a little bit of lift and shape on all parts of your hair that you feel needs more volume or lift to it. Alright, so one of the last steps I would do when doing a twist out is grab this oil right here and start spritzing it all throughout my hair, just because it would tame more of the frizz and add more shine for when I'm walking out, you know, on a sunny day. Other than that, this is really all I would do for a twist out. All right, some last minute remarks. 2-strand twist as a protective style. It's a great, simple, easy protective style to do when trying to, you know, promote healthy hair growth. I would recommend doing what's best for your hair and, you know, learning about your hair, figuring out how long you should leave your 2-strand twists in, what products you should leave in your hair for that, and figuring out what type of maintenance routine works best for your hair. You should start seeing some great results after accomplishing that on a consistent basis. Now, with me, I left these in. This is my first time doing this for 2 months, and I did see some extensive growth, but I did not like the fact that my roots were a little too tangled as to what I'm used to. It wasn't tangled enough to where I couldn't untwist them, but you know, I usually like the usual month to month basis of wearing protective styles, just because that gives me more leverage when trying to, you know, protect my hair but also keep my hair free from any possible damage. But hey, you know, that's it for this video. As always, if you found this helpful or enjoyed it, leave this video a big thumbs up, comment down below. Let me know what are some of you guys' you know, New Year's resolutions, you know, relative to your hair maybe. Comment those below. Let's see what y'all talking about. And as always, if you're new here and you enjoyed the content, consider subscribing and hit that notification bell. Oh, and also don't forget, comment down below what other type of hair videos you guys might want to see from me this year. With all that said, man, I appreciate y'all as always. I'm out.